Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark. Fuck. It's about to get ugly. With the Big Three's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark never coming to fruition, could a lucrative Angel Reese proposal be up next for the Hoops League? Tell me you don't know ball. I mean, honestly, don't count on it.
Ice Cube didn't hold back. In a single interview, he delivered the kind of truth that hits harder than any viral headline. And for Angel Reese, it landed like a punch to the gut. The Big Three mogul just told the world what corporate America has been whispering for weeks. Angel Reese doesn't move the needle. Caitlin Clark does. If you've ever doubted who's really driving the WNBA's rise, this settles it. So, before we get into this media earthquake, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Spotlight WNBA, because what we're about to reveal could change how you see the league forever.
Ice Cube, because Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this that just tells you everything that we've been telling you. This is just confirmation. And what's hilarious is this is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors. Well, they're about to come for Ice Cube. They're about to come and get Ice Cube. We know how this works. It won't be long.
It started with a simple question. Why didn't Angel Reese get a $5 million offer like Caitlin Clark did? Ice Cube's response? Blunt, surgical, unforgiving. I'm not in the business of losing money. That was it. One sentence, and the mask came off. Ice Cube wasn't dragging Angel Reese, he was just stating facts. Sponsors weren't lining up for her. They weren't demanding her presence. She wasn't even in the conversation. And when the guy who built one of the most culturally relevant basketball leagues in the country tells you the ROI isn't there, it means the numbers aren't lying. The Big Three didn't pass on Reese out of spite. They passed because the data said to pass.
Wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I thought Angel Reese was a big deal. I thought she was a box office draw. According to her pretend friends in the mainstream media, Angel Reese is a huge star.
At one point, Angel Reese was the hottest name in women's basketball. The Bayou Barbie, a walking endorsement machine. Reebok jumped on board, campaigns were built around her, social media was on fire. But that flame? It's flickering. Behind the scenes, sources say major campaigns have gone quiet. Some were paused, others canceled altogether. Marketing teams are digging into the numbers, and what they're seeing isn't matching the hype. Reach, conversions, engagement, they're all underwhelming. One exec reportedly asked, "Are we selling a narrative or are we selling results?" The problem? They weren't getting either.
Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and took the city over. It looked like she took the city over. She took your trap over. Caitlin Clark, bro, it was more fans running. They was running down on Caitlin Clark like she was Michael Jordan. Caitlin Clark took over Chicago. She signed autographs for hours. This wasn't no extras that was paid to come stand in the scene. No, these were real people trying to get autographs.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark just waltzed into Chicago, Angel's own city, and turned it into a full-blown fan frenzy. She wasn't even playing, injured, sitting on the bench, and still the streets were packed, crowds screaming her name like she was Jordan in '96. And Angel nowhere to be seen. The Reebok campaign? Silent. Her presence during All-Star Week? Barely felt. It was Clark's city now, and everyone knew it. As one fan put it bluntly, Caitlin didn't just show up, she owned it.
Yeah, Livewire Sports, this is about to get interesting. Yeah, enough said. John Daniel, he quoted the sponsorship quote. That's all you need to know. Ice Cube, just being a smart businessman, a certain demographic won't be too happy with him being honest. So Ice Cube's literally saying, we sat down, looked at the actual figures, and the draw wasn't there. Angel Reese was not going to be able to bring in the amount of eyes for the sponsors and for the league for him to justify that offer.
This wasn't personal. This was business. Clark sells out arenas. Her jersey sales are smashing records. Every game she touches turns into a ratings bonanza. On the court or off, she guarantees revenue. Angel, she's got name recognition, but recognition doesn't equal returns. And the brands, they've started pulling back. The big three ran the numbers. So did every other agency. And they came to the same conclusion. One of these athletes is a movement. The other is just a moment.
What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your trap, take over your trap.
Angel can't seem to stop tying her brand to Caitlin Clark. Every quote, every post, every subtle jab, it circles back to the same person. It's like she can't breathe without framing herself in contrast to Clark. And fans have noticed, analysts have noticed, even her supporters are starting to ask, who is Angel Reese when Clark isn't part of the conversation? Because right now, her relevance seems tethered to a shadow she can't outrun.
You know, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
Companies don't want chaos. They want consistent returns. Angel's public persona, bold, brash, unfiltered, made her a social media star. But charisma without consistency is a risk. And after a string of missed games, questionable injury updates, and disappearing from big moments, confidence is fading fast. Reebok made a huge bet on personality over performance. Now that bet looks shaky. And when Ice Cube said what he said, it echoed in every boardroom.
The truth is, Angel Reese is the worst kind of star. We talked about this yesterday on the second channel with L. Duncan, she, her. Both Angel Reese and L. Duncan are supporting cast members who think they are stars. This can be incredibly difficult to deal with because you're dealing with a strong sense of delusion.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
She's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the third most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Yeah.
She's just better.
But this doesn't have to be the end of the Angel Reese story. She has talent. She has a fan base. She has the tools. What she lacks right now is a sense of direction. And the truth is, she's been playing the wrong game. Instead of building her own brand, Angel keeps trying to hijack someone else's. Every time she posts a veiled jab, every time she brings Caitlin Clark's name into the conversation, she reinforces a damaging narrative that she can't stand on her own without being tied to her so-called rival. That strategy might stir up clicks, but it's not winning respect or results. Caitlin Clark is thriving because she isn't trying to be against anyone. She's just being Caitlin, and that authenticity is why fans show up for her. Angel, on the other hand, keeps walking into the same trap, thinking she needs to be the anti-Clark to stay relevant. But every time she does that, she shrinks her own spotlight. It sends a message to fans, sponsors, and media alike. Angel Reese without Caitlin Clark is invisible, but that doesn't have to be true. What Angel needs is a reset, a new approach, not louder slogans or more social media theatrics, but a total shift in mindset. Focus on her game. Let her performance, not her persona, be the headline. Get healthy. Stay present. Be consistent. The flashy image might have worked in college, but the pros demand substance. She needs to stop borrowing spotlight and start creating her own. Because here's the thing. Fans love a comeback, but they only root for it when it feels real. When an athlete admits what's not working, resets, and comes back better than ever, that's when the narrative changes. Angel has everything she needs to pull that off. But first, she has to let go of this obsession with Caitlin Clark and start showing the world who Angel Reese really is on her terms. And if she can do that, the redemption arc writes itself.
According to the media, when the Chicago Bravado are on the road traveling to dumps across the WNBA, tickets are hot, hot, hot. Angel Reese is so important. She is the only player in the WNBA with dozens of aliases. Of course, she gave most of these aliases to herself, but that's okay. It doesn't change the fact that she has a distinct advantage. If Angel Reese is struggling during a game, she transitions to Bayou Barbie. If BB is struggling, she becomes Me Bound Barbie. If Me Bound is struggling, she becomes Double Double Barbie.
So here's the million-dollar question, literally. What happens next? Will Angel step into her own light or keep trying to snatch Caitlyn's? Will she rebuild her brand on her terms or drift into irrelevance trying to be someone else's rival? Will she actually practice her craft? She has been called the worst player in the WNBA because she is so bad at layups. Because let's be real, the WNBA has room for more than one star. But to stand out, you have to stand alone. No more comparisons, no more side eyes. Just basketball. Caitlin Clark already made her impact. Angel Reese is still writing hers. But the clock is ticking. And the scoreboard, it isn't on Twitter. It's in packed arenas, broadcast numbers, jersey sales, and sponsor checks. So if you agree that Caitlin Clark is the draw, comment Caitlin moves the needle below. And if you're tired of the media spin, hit that like button and subscribe to Spotlight WNBA, where we break down the stories the networks don't want you to see. Click the video on your screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.